This video is about Peer Gynt Suite No. 2 by Edvard Grieg. I will explain the most important things about the work and the composer. The Bridal Abduction, Ingrid's Lament, is the first movement of Edvard Grieg's Peer Gynt Suite No. 2. This music describes the abduction of Ingrid and her despair. The strings and woodwinds play intense melodies that depict the dramatic and emotional scene. The music begins with a powerful dynamic and then changes to a quieter, sadder theme that shows Ingrid's grief. This movement is full of contrasts and shows Grieg's ability to translate strong emotions into music. Arabian Dance is the second movement of Grieg's Peer Gynt Suite No. 2. This piece is inspired by Oriental melodies and rhythms. The flute and oboe often play the main melodies, which captivate with their lightness and playfulness. Pizzicato strings and a variety of percussion instruments give the piece a dance-like character. Arabian Dance brings an exotic mood to the suite and shows Grieg's interest in different musical cultures. Peer Gynt's Homecoming, Storm, is the third part of the suite and depicts Peer Gynt's stormy return to the Norwegian coast. The music is very dramatic and powerful, with strong winds and fast strings representing the storm and the dangerous sea. Drums and cymbals are used to emphasize the violence of the storm. This movement is a great example of Grieg's talent for bringing nature and emotion to life through orchestral music. Solveig's Song is the fourth and final movement of the Peer Gynt Suite No. 2. This piece is one of Grieg's most recognizable melodies. It is very gentle and lyrical, with a simple but expressive melody played by the strings. The music expresses love and hope, and is a quiet conclusion to the suite. Solveig's Song is a favorite of many listeners because of its beauty and emotional depth. The Peer Gynt Suite No. 2 consists of 4 different movements that tell different parts of the story of Peer Gynt. Each movement has its own mood and musical themes. The suite is a continuation of the Peer Gynt Suite No. 1 and shows further adventures and experiences of Peer Gynt. Through these pieces of music, listeners can follow the development of the characters and the plot in Henrik Ibsen's drama. In the Peer Gynt Suite No. 2, Grieg uses a wide range of instruments to shape the mood of each movement. In The Bridal Abduction, strings and woodwinds dominate, while Arabian Dance is characterized by flute and oboe. Peer Gynt's Homecoming uses the full orchestra to enhance the drama, and in Solveig's Song, the strings play a central role. This variety shows how Grieg uses the instruments to express his musical ideas. The Peer Gynt Suite No. 2 shows a clear musical development from drama to calm. The beginning is very dramatic and intense, but gradually becomes calmer and more introspective. Grieg uses musical themes to depict the journey of Peer Gynt and his emotional development. This structure helps listeners to understand the story and connect emotionally with the music. The Peer Gynt Suite No. 2 presents challenges for musicians and conductors in its interpretation. The musicians must have the ability to express the different moods and styles in the music. The dynamics and tempo must be carefully controlled to tell the story properly. This suite requires a deep understanding of the music and the underlying story to deliver a convincing performance. While Peer Gynt Suite No. 2 is not as well known as the first suite, it remains an important work in Grieg's repertoire. The music is rich with emotion and imagery. Teachers often use this suite to show students the connection between music and storytelling. The suite is an excellent example of how classical music can tell stories and evoke deep emotions.